Pakistan's army is on the offensive, hunting Taliban. These are the latest pictures from Baloch Agency in Pakistan's tribal belt near the border with Afghanistan. In Pakistan's tribal area, no government has ever ruled. Tribal laws apply, and for the past few years the Taliban have been killing tribal leaders, taking more and more control. Now, Pakistan's Interior Minister, Rahman Malik, admits it's not just the Taliban getting stronger, it's Al-Qaeda too.
Taliban has become a front face of Al-Qaeda.
It's what US officials have been saying for more than a year now. Al-Qaeda, along with the Taliban, have regrouped in Pakistan.
These extremists are increasingly using Pakistan as a base from which to destabilize Afghanistan's young democracy.
After September 11th, President Bush relied on Pervez Musharraf, the Pakistani general who took power in a coup, to help fight the war on terror. President Musharraf was forced to step down last month. Malik says Musharraf's policies were a failure that his government will fix.
We need to revisit our policy. 7 years, it's a failure. We are here only 5 months.
Privately, some officials concede the Taliban is taking some control. Osama bin Laden and his deputy Ayman al-Zawahiri, last seen together in early 2003, in pictures that intelligence experts say could have been taken in the mountains of either Afghanistan or Pakistan. It raises the question, are Al-Qaeda's leaders seeking sanctuary here?
It's so sensitive that neither Pakistani nor Afghan officials will admit they might be in their territory. However, 2 sources have told me that Zawahiri regularly travels between the 2 countries, meeting with Taliban leaders. As recently as June this year, he was in Paktika and Kunar provinces in Afghanistan, as well as crossing into Pakistan's tribal areas, known as agencies.
Minister Malik believes Zawahiri never comes far into Pakistan.
So he's moving in Maman, and of course on Kunar side, sometimes Kunar, mostly he's in Kunar and Fatihia, because these are very difficult terrain, and that's why I had requested our allies that to increase your force.
Bin Laden, who appears in far fewer Al-Qaeda releases than Zawahiri, is proving far harder to track.
I tried to follow the footsteps.
Hamid Mir was the last journalist to interview Osama bin Laden. That was November 2001. He's been searching for him since.
One of the bodyguards of Osama bin Laden, who escaped with him, Abu Hamza al-Jaziri, I met him in Kunar in 2005.
Mir is a respected anchor in Pakistan, a local authority on Al-Qaeda, who says after hiding with tribesmen, bin Laden began regrouping Al-Qaeda in eastern Afghanistan when the United States invaded Iraq.
He contacted some people in Pakistan, some people in Middle East, and some people who were hiding in different parts of Afghanistan. And they were invited to the Pech Valley in Kunar province. And there, the first ever formal meeting of Al-Qaeda was held after 9/11.
But as US and British forces began to gain a foothold in Afghanistan, the Al-Qaeda leader had to move. In October 2004, according to bin Laden's guard, bin Laden was almost killed by British troops in South Afghanistan.
He told me that how difficult it was to save the life of Sheikh Osama bin Laden. And he told me the whole story, that how it happened and how more than 30 bodyguards of Osama bin Laden, they lost their lives.
After that, Mir says he lost bin Laden's trail, but it has shown him a pattern. He tries to stay away from security forces. No telling if he's tried to find sanctuary in the Taliban enclaves in Pakistan. But that's exactly where Interior Minister Malik says some of Al-Qaeda's recruits are now heading.
The militants can travel escort-free from Iraq to Afghanistan, Kabul, and to Pakistan up to Khyber.
President Bush is vowing to help.
American and NATO allies will continue helping Pakistan in its efforts to defeat the extremists. Same terrorists who murdered innocent civilians in Karachi and Islamabad are plotting new attacks against the United States and Europe.
That help has been coming thick and fast in the past week in 4 US strikes in Pakistan's tribal area. a significant uptick from the handful of attacks over the past few years. The latest missile attack, according to a compound guard at this religious school in Pakistan's tribal area, killing 4 al-Qaeda members, including Abu Haris, the group's new chief in Pakistan. But in each attack, tribesmen say innocent civilians are being killed. The government protests. Mir has no doubt who's benefiting.
The local population will become angry. They will turn against Pakistan army and they will turn against America. More hatred will be created against America. More hatred will be created against Pakistan army. So who is the beneficiary? The beneficiary is Al-Qaeda.
In the past few days, American, Afghan and Pakistani officials have all called on each other to do more to cooperate and trust each other. But with a fragile new government here in Pakistan and both the United States and Afghanistan distracted by presidential elections, it's hard to see how the 3 nations can hammer out a new approach anytime soon. A status quo Al-Qaeda is well positioned to benefit from. Nick Robertson, CNN, Islamabad, Pakistan.